Hey everybody, how you doing? Michael Fleischner here with the Freelancer Profit System. And today we're answering the question, what freelance jobs pay the most? Now, keep in mind when you are freelancing, you're providing a service. And those services vary, and those services vary in terms of skill set. So what I have found traditionally is that the freelance jobs that pay the most are either more specialized or require more work. Now, don't let that scare you because there's some really efficient ways that you can do work and deliver work. But the most profitable, really, or revenue generating freelance jobs require a higher level of skill. A great example of this would be in the advertising business, the digital advertising business. You may pay a designer to design some ads for you, maybe $100, because there are a lot of designers out there. There are ad templates. There are even sites that help generate ads for you. And some of them are using those. Some are more advanced. So maybe instead of 100, you're paying 250 because they're going to do an HTML5 ad, a dynamic ad, whatever the case might be. So even within that small niche, you can see that there are varying degrees of pay. Now, in the same niche, let's say it's online advertising, what would you pay someone who can manage all of your Google ads for you, is certified, has a history of success, and is willing to put 20 hours a month into it? Probably a lot of money. I don't know what that is. $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. It depends on your budget and your spend. But that's in the same exact niche, but that person is getting paid a lot more, not just because of the time, but because of the expertise, the experience that they've gathered over years of managing campaigns, and the fact that, let's say, they're Google certified. So that's just one example. Another freelance job that's going to pay a lot is something that not only depends on your expertise, but provides what I'd say equal value to the client. A good example of this in the marketing world is strategy consulting. So anyone can go into a company and write blog articles for them. And maybe the company is willing to spend $100 an article or a couple $100 an article. But what if you were to go in and you were to help them completely rebrand and re-strategize in terms of their marketing process, what their brand looks like, new logos, new colors, or they call it a style guide, marketing plans in terms of go-to-market strategy, market automation. You can see as I start to describe this, you need a much higher level of expertise. So you could freelance, you could advise and consult as a freelancer, and you would be making more money than someone who's just going to go in and write a blog article once a week. So this is less about which freelancing jobs make the most money and more about within your specific niche or area of expertise, what requires more skill, what creates more value for the client. And I always talk about a cost value equation, which means that the cost should equal the value, but more often you want to deliver more value than you're being paid. Why would you do that? Well, because then your client list is going to expand. The amount of work you do with a single client will expand, so on and so forth. So really the big takeaway is to continually advance your skills, develop your skills, take on jobs that are just outside your comfort zone so you can gain that experience and ultimately deliver more value to your clients. So there you have it. Those are the freelance jobs that pay the most. And I am really excited for you guys to comment below. I want to hear about those jobs that you're taking on that have been most profitable for you. All right, everybody, that's it for today's video. Please give a thumbs up, definitely share, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you next time on the Freelancer Profit System.